Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. The title of our presentation today is on the usage of English among the Semai students in a Malaysian secondary school. This presentation will be done by Evelyn Rebecca and Nurul Huda Hamzah. Well, without further ado, let's begin. In this slide, we are going to share with you the overview of our study. As we know, Malaysian education system is working towards improvement of English language. This has been stated in the Malaysia Blueprint from the year 2013 up to 2025. Even with the effort made, but we can still see some students are left behind, especially the vulnerable group, such as indigenous people. Hence, this has led us to do a further research on the semi-indigenous group who are still lagging in the education sector. In this slide, we'll be sharing a little bit of background on the semi-indigenous people. They live scattered throughout Titi Wangsa Range, covering Perak Central, South Perak and West Pahang. There are about 60 to 300 residents led by a head. From our reading, we found out that their socio-economic background has been the root cause for the neglection of their education. They have a mindset that education is not important at all. This slide, we'll be talking about the purpose of our study as well as our research objectives. This research intends to investigate the usage of English among Form 2 Semai students, and also we'll be discussing further on the factors influencing the language use. And we really hope through this study, the educational program for the indigenous students will be peered into thoroughly by related agencies, authorities, as well as stakeholders. There are two objectives, which are to examine the pattern of English language among these Form 2 Semai students and to also explore the factors influencing the English language usage among them. Qualitative method employed in this research using two instruments, which are survey questionnaire and semi-structured interview. Our respondent consists of Form 2 Semai students, which were 18 males and 17 females. Prior to the study, we managed to get full consent from not only the participant but also principal as well as their respective parents.
Thank you, Dr. Nurul. Good day, everyone. Now I would like to continue with the findings of the research. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at this slide, there are pie charts and graphs. These are the outcomes of the research based on the questionnaires and interviews done. Now I would like to continue with the findings. The problem of academic achievement, such as English language usage, is resulted from shaky homes. Most of the indigenous children do not survive up to tertiary school. The Form 2 Orang Asli students mostly living in isolated societies and lack adequate services, geographical distance, thus has created a mindset that language barrier is not at all important. Although various methods and policy has been developed, the perception that education is not important is difficult to change. Parents' occupation and source of income also factors influencing their language usage. Burnt 1993 stated that the income factors prevent parents from providing children with the necessities and facilities for learning. Low-income parents cannot provide a good learning environment for their children. It will affect a child's academic achievement. Next, environmental and socio-economic factors are among the reasons why indigenous students are less concerned about the importance of education. Researchers found that 22 out of 35 families are having income less than RM500. According to Jehovah, Orang Asli Welfare Department, income below RM200 is considered as hardcore poor. Gaps in education in terms of location, socio-economic status, students' ability level are some of the many gaps that needed to be overcome to enhance students' ability to excel. Next, the lack of education among parents makes them unable to assist in children's education. The constraint faced in learning process, which is communication problem, these students do not comprehend the explanation given by the teacher in English during the process of learning and teaching. Parents play a role in influencing children's English language usage, especially in early childhood or primary school. Researchers also discovered that not only the student's background influences the use of English language, but also other factors such as socio-economic, parents' encouragement, and environment of home. It was shown evidently that all these factors work together. It requires each other in order to achieve optimum usage of English language successfully. Furthermore, these students who come from different environments prefer different languages depending on their requirements and purposes. The finding also claimed that students with parents using English language spend time reading in English, and also providing them with reading materials and giving constant motivation will eventually create good environment for students to use English language. In addition, will produce students with positive attitude in using the language. All students felt that English is an imperative and crucial language, but want to give equal significance to their mother tongue at the same time. Primarily, using their native language at home, students who are determined and think forward to learn for the sake of future are at the risk losing the opportunity using English language, especially when dealing with family members who cannot understand English. Limitation. This study only focused on the language use and the factor influencing the usage. The first restriction of this study was using a smaller number of students. There were only 35 students for the questionnaire, and it was reduced to just 10 for interview. For this reason, this study does not claim to generalize the findings obtained. And finally, the conclusion. Factors influencing such as a sorry state of affair has been identified, and this is including parents' attitude toward the children's use of English language. Among the problems faced by the Semai students are lack of motivation to study, including learning English language. This problem will hinder the Semai students' English language development. Through this study, it is hoped that the educational program for the indigenous student will be peered into thoroughly by related agencies and authorities. Thank you.